All right, we're joined here in the Media Center at the Mizuho Americas Open by tournament host Michelle Wee West. So happy to have you here. You did something really exciting last night. We'd like to show a clip of it right now to watch.
Questa, can I get a drum roll, please? Do you have something to announce?
Yeah, we have baby number 2 coming.
I'm so happy! Hi, baby!
Hi.
Hi, baby number 2!
You're on the
Welcome
Tonight
to the
Show.
Tonight Show. Yes, you're on the Tonight Show, baby. Do we know boy or girl?
Boy.
Really?
Yeah.
Congratulations!
Thank you.
You have a girl and a boy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, first of all, congrats. That is some very exciting news. So just talk a little bit about being on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon last night.
Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. I've played with Jimmy a few times now at the 8 a.m. Golf tournament, and he's just such a joy to be around. He really lights up a room, and I was just so impressed with, I've been telling everyone, I was so impressed with how well the show is run. It was such an honor to be on it, and it was so much fun. Got to meet Snoop Dogg, and it was awesome.
And you talked a little bit on the Fallon, or with Fallon, about your documentary airing on Saturday. Can you just talk a little bit about that process, how it came about, and how excited people should be about it?
Yeah, I never wanted to do a documentary. I never wanted to write a book. It's just something that I had never crossed my mind. I just felt like, they were going to over-tantalize it or over-scandalize it. So I just didn't want to do that. And then, I met the Campfire production team, and truly I was amazed by, their vision for it, the people that, were working there. And, because of them, I was like, okay, I feel comfortable enough sharing my story, which I'm really glad that I did at the end of the day. It was really cool to go through the whole process. It's probably the first time my parents sat down in an interview, which if you guys watch the whole Jimmy segment, they show a clip of the documentary. It's a documentary of my parents going through my childhood years. I didn't realize they're just roasting me throughout the whole thing. So I'm a little bit worried for Saturday. But no, it was really cool. I haven't watched it yet. I'm really excited to, watch it when it premieres with my daughter, and have her kind of see the whole thing.
Yeah, really awesome. Looking forward to that. And really great coverage, too, for the Mizuho Americas Open. Just turning a little bit to your tournament host hat, just talk a little bit about why people should be really excited for this year and what's going to be going on this week.
Well, Rose won last week, so we're really excited about that. It seems like her game is really gearing up for this week, so we'd love to see that. And year 2, year 1 was an absolute success, but, we're coming back even stronger for year 2. It's really cool to see how excited the players were to come back. And that's just something that we all as tournament staff can feel so proud of. We've really done something so exceptional last year. We were the first to cover all the players' hotel rooms domestically in the U.S. And, over the past year, it's really fun to see how many other tournaments have followed suit. And that was something that I was kind of talking over and over again the first year is we want to raise the standard of how tournaments are run. And I really felt like we showed everyone how the first year and year 2, it's even better. It's just so amazing to see how excited the sponsors are, how excited Mizuho is, how excited, Liberty National is to have us. And that just makes me as tournament host, it makes the players, as players, just feel so happy and welcome. And I'm really excited. There's a lot of new juniors in the field, which was really fun to see them yesterday as well. But iconic players, iconic venue, iconic format. I think it's going to be a great year.
And you touched a little bit on it last night, but just talk a little bit about the difference in this event having the juniors and how important that's been to you two in kind of crafting this tournament.
Yeah, this format is near and dear to my heart. I really started my career, being one of those juniors in the field. And if it wasn't for those experiences, I don't know if I would be here right now. It just really forged my career path. It made me realize that this is what I really want to do. And to have the 24 top junior girls in the field, is exceptionally important because it helps them to really experience life as a professional golfer for 1 week, you know, to be inside the ropes, ask as many questions as they can, but just live the life as a professional golfer. And, you know, we're going to have many girls after this week be like, this is what I want to do for my career. We're also going to have some girls be like, oh, you know what, this is not what I want to do for the rest of my career. And that's totally fine. That's totally okay. And I hope they see how much work goes into putting on an event and notice that there are so many other jobs within golf as well that are available for women. So I would just want more and more girls to be out here just to, you know, experience a tournament. But for these 24 junior girls, I think they're gonna, you know, really have a really amazing week learning from the best.
Awesome. And with that, we will open it up on the Zoom if there's any questions. Beth Ann, I see you in the Zoom if you have one.
Sorry, couldn't type fast enough. Hi, Michelle.
Hi,
Congratulations.
I was going to say Beth Ann for sure has a question.
Yeah, she just can't type fast enough. So I want to talk about Rose just for a second. I'm not sure how much you got to watch at the end of the Founders Cup and kind of how she pulled that off, but what impresses you the most about her game and I guess more than that, you know, the intangibles that she has?
Yeah, you know, being a rookie on the LPGA Tour is no easy feat. You have to work twice as hard as the veterans on tour just because you have to get to know 30 new golf courses. And that in itself just sucks a lot of energy, takes a lot of time, getting used to on tour, making new friends, figuring out where the restaurants are. Whereas, you know, the veteran players, that's kind of autopilot for them, right? You have your group of friends, you know which places to eat when you go to new cities, you know all the golf courses, so you don't really have to practice on Mondays. But for Rose, she's learning everything for the first time and, you know, just talking with her. And also, let's not forget, she went back to Stanford, and so she's figuring that out for the first time as well. So there's a lot on her plate. She's in the spotlight. I'm incredibly impressed with how she played. And, you know, coming down the stretch, you know, I think it just shows. Her nerves are like steel. I don't know, is that, nerves are made out of steel. My brain is not working, I'm sorry. But yeah, it's just, I think she's so impressive. I think that, you know, she's obviously going through it right now, you know, just figuring a lot of stuff out. But, you know, I think she has such a strong mind and such a strong confidence in herself. I've always felt it. And I was so happy to see her win.
And then one more, if I may, you know, Nelly had this incredible streak and then went to the Met Gala. And you're one of the few people that have done a lot of outside the box things on tour. How important was that moment, do you think, for elevating the tour, her presence on the red carpet there? And how do you see Nelly and Rose together maybe raising the profile of the game?
Oh my God, I thought that Nelly going to the Met Gala was the best thing that happened. I mean, first of all, she looked absolutely gorgeous. Her Oscar de la Renta dress was just like drop dead gorgeous. The hair, the makeup, I mean, it just was so perfect. And my favorite part about it actually was the fact that Angel Reese went as well, and you saw some female athletes, and the fact that Angel Reese went and then killed her game, like she did so well. And then Nelly went to the Met Gala, and then she, you know, played so well at Founders. And it just shows that women aren't just one-dimensional. I really appreciated that fact because, you know, it's just so hard sometimes for the general public to see female athletes as anything but more than female athletes. And I just thought it was so cool to see both of them, you know, do so well at the Met Gala, look so beautiful, and then also just do so well in their own profession. So I love seeing that.
Thank you.
Sarah?
Michelle, you outdid yourself last year, and we didn't think it was possible that you would outdoing yourself. But you've done so many great, incredible things this week already for this field. How much fun is it for you to spoil, you know, some of your former counterparts and for these young players out here that may have never had an LPGA experience before?
Yeah, you know, it's just, I think the team just makes me look good, and just every year they outdo themselves. You know, the Fireman family are just so excited to have everyone here again, and you just feel their excitement, and I think that just sets the tone. You feel how excited Mizuho is to be the sponsor of this tournament. They did the ferry this year, and everything is, branded perfectly. I think I was just charged of like the tea gifts and little things here and there, but really the team just outdoes themselves every year. And, just to have such an amazing golf tournament on such an iconic venue, it just really sets the tone with the ferry, with the hotel, being in New York City. It's just, I think that, I think because I was a player so soon before, I think there were so many things that I was, I would always complain to the LPGA about, be like this, player dining, this and that. And, it's just fun to see, some, be able to change some of that. I want the players to come to this event and, raise their own standards and be like, this is what we deserve week in and week out. This is the type of player dining that I want to see. It's like little things here and there. These are the gifts that I want to receive. These are the, accommodations that I want to put in. And these are the things that I want players to start almost to take for granted because, I want them to go to the next tournament. And if they don't see that, then they need to say something about it. So I'm really glad that we're, for this tournament, really raising the standard. And it's fun to see the other tournaments really follow.
And for you, you've always been kind of a game changer in the space throughout your playing career and even now after it. What has it meant to you to continue to be a catalyst for change in women's golf and women's athletics, period?
No, I'm honored to be a part of the game still. To be a tournament host, to come to an LPGA event, every year. Honestly, it's such a great honor to be around the players still, to be so involved. And, kind of like I said before, there's a lot of things that I wanted to work on tour. And, being a player, you just don't have the time to do so. So it's really fun to now kind of have the time and, brain space to really think of those things and think about how I, in my own way, can help the tour. Because I know that so many women before me did the same for us. So, I just didn't, the last thing I wanted to do was to, retire from golf and just be like, okay, this is your problem now. This is your responsibility. Like, I still find it, my responsibility, my generation's responsibility to make it better for the next one.
Awesome. Are there any more questions for Michelle? Well, thank you so much for your time, Michelle. We really appreciate it.